Hi everyone, my name is Taylor Christensen, and this is my presentation from Module 4 on adapting key skills and concepts. So, the purpose of this presentation is to learn what psychological safety is, learn why it's important, learn the importance of transparency, get the 411 on Christensen Enterprises, and then go over our improvement plan. So what is psychological safety? Psychological safety is the ability to make your staff feel safe to speak up, disagree, and bring up concerns without fear of negative repercussions. The purpose is to build a more engaged and motivated culture within your business. So I actually really like this picture. It shows us protecting our employees' brains and letting them share their ideas and concerns. So why is psychological safety important? I found this quote. It said, by pursuing psychological safety, Clark argues leaders can transform their organizations into inclusive workplaces that are incubators of innovation. And then another quote that said, communication and interpersonal interaction are essential to effective team learning. However, fostering positive interpersonal exchange requires specific mechanisms. Recent research identifies psychological safety as a crucial environmental factor in this process. So if you want your employees to feel safe and valued, then you need to help them and help develop psychological safety within your business. If you don't have that, they're not going to share ideas, and you're going to be missing out on a lot of vital information. I think within psychological safety, we also have to think about transparency. So in our module, it says transparency is just being open and honest with the employees within the organization about what is going on throughout the organization. So don't hide stuff from them. Sometimes the truth hurts, but you have to talk about it. So it lists 5 steps to create a more transparent company. The first step is to establish a consistent policy. For you and other leaders to be transparent about developments and decisions. Don't hide stuff, like I said. Let them know what's going on. Number 2, some people are probably not in favor for this, but conduct regular meetings within the entire company to make sure that everyone gets to stay in the loop, not just the leaders of the company know what's going on. Step 3 is encourage employees to give honest feedback about concepts, policies, and recent changes or announcement you've given. And encourage that within those meetings as well. Step 4, adopt an open door policy, and not only you need to also encourage your upper management to do the same. And then step 5 is to take your time to get to know your employees. So use this time to form personal connections with your employees and express your commitment to them. Relationships are key to successful teams, key to successful businesses. And I think the better your relationship is, the more they're going to care about you, respect you, and want to work hard for you. So we're going to talk about Christensen Enterprises. So COVID has had a major impact on us. We had to close all of our offices and only allow a few people in our headquarters at a time. We've moved to remote meetings and trainings. Our revenue has decreased. However, we have saved some money on office space, which is a positive. Technology issues among staff. I know some of you guys are not fluent with technology, and that's an issue. So just working through those challenges. And then I found this quote I liked. It said, meet people at the intersection of realism and optimism. That's called hope, and we all need it. So even with COVID going on, we need to be realistic, but also optimistic so that we are still hopeful, and I think that we can get our company back on track. So our improvement plan, I found this quote. It said, post-pandemic, a lot of workers find themselves in remote or hybrid work environments. These new forms of work impact psychological safety. Psychological safety is, what we're talking about right now, and it's super important. And if you don't feel psychologically safe and you're stressed, you're not going to want to work, and it's going to be hard for you to do your job effectively. And then also said managers must create an environment that encourages employees to share aspects of their personal situations as relevant to their work scheduling or location, and or trust employees to make the right choices for themselves and their families, balanced against the needs of their teams. So now that we're working from home, it's hard to have a work-life separation. It's combining together, so it's also important that we are psychologically safe and feel safe to talk about what's going on in our home life as well. And there's 5 steps to encourage this and start to implement it into your company. Step 1 is to set the scene. You want to help the team recognize not only their challenges, but yours as well. This helps you take ownership and share ownership of the problems within the company. Step 2, lead the way. So words are cheap when it comes to psychological safety. You want to make sure that you're also demonstrating it. They want to see that you're doing it, not just talking the talk. Step 3, make sure you're taking baby steps. Don't expect your employees to share their most personal challenges right away. It takes time to build that trust, which also comes with the transparency part. Step 4, you want to share positive examples. So don't expect employees to know the benefits of sharing unless you actually talk about the positives of sharing. And then step 5, be a watchdog. You want to make sure that when people share their personal experiences, other employees are being respectful of them as well. And then conclusion, psychological safety is the key to a positive and effective team or business. Transparency is a must-have in order to create psychological safety. If we follow our improvement plan, we will build a better culture. And I just put this quote in there again because I like it. It says, meet people at their intersection of realism and optimism. That's called hope. We all need it. We all went through COVID. We all know COVID's difficult. And if we're optimistic, I think we'll all be able to get through it. And there's my references.